Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bluebaggers Edge. It's always a pleasure to have your company. As always, if you haven't subscribed to our channel as yet, feel free to do so because the best way to let us know that you're enjoying our content is to do just that by subscribing. So thank you in advance. But we are here today to chat about a couple of things, one of which is, I guess, reversing back over some news that happened sort of over the Christmas break, and it was to do with Jack Silvagni confirming that he will be going back and I guess in the mold of his dad, playing in defence. And he's hoping that he dons the long sleeve jumper, the number 1 on the back. Geez, it's going to bring back some memories. But yeah, it was confirmed by him, confirmed by Vossi as well. Vossi came out and said that, that the switch has been made. Kemp is going forward and Silvagni will be going back to play in defence in Kemp's role virtually. Now, there is an article here through SEN, which was posted a day ago and provides a little bit of an update, of what's been reported previously with quotes from Jack himself about, I guess, shifting into the role and also potentially the players that could be filling in the void and stepping up to replace Nick Newman. So first and foremost, Jack was talking about how he sat down with Vossi into the last year and had a pretty candid discussion on where his role sits in the team. He said obviously Kempy, had to look forward at the end of last year and played that role quite well. So there was an opening down back, which Jack himself was really keen to explore. He said, I played it in bits and pieces throughout the early days of my career, but probably not trained it in a capacity that allowed me to play that role at a high level. I'm really looking forward to getting involved and playing it for the better part of the year. Now, there's that, but there's also, I noted as well, quotes here where he said he wanted to have an understanding of where his role sat and fit in the team. But the other thing as well that I noted was a quote here. Let me just find it. It was the article on the Carlton website, and it kind of gave a little bit of an insight into potentially frustration from Jack himself, just, playing a variety of roles and not knowing where he was going to play consistently. Here it is. So he mentions here, it's nice heading into a season with that clarity and to be aligned with the whole team on where I'm going to play. I've played a lot of spare man and a bit down back under bolts at the end of the years, but never as a tall. It's a new challenge, but it's one I'm really looking forward to attacking. So that there, just with the use of the words like clarity, alignment, knowing where he's going to play, I totally understand because especially being played as that, 2023 as that sort of second, third man up in the ruck and pretty much being asked to shoulder the ruck duties at various stages with a little bit of a chop out, says to me like there's that. Then he was playing forward and then drifting up on the wing. He was kind of a bit part player and, I sense a little bit of frustration there where he's like, I just want to play in one position where I know what is asked of me and, I can go out and attack it. So it's good to see that sort of is aligned with what he's after as well as an individual, as a player. And hopefully off the back of this, he can fill a role that, we've been lacking, I guess. It's interesting because I'm of the opinion that Kemp going forward, I think, is a better move as opposed to him being back in defence. I spoke about it in the previous video with the announcement that Kemp was moving forward and spoke about Kempy's, I guess, lack of confidence at times where, he'd make a mistake and drop his head and then sort of that would snowball into other, unforced errors and he'd again drop his head and lose confidence, where I think up forward there's less reliance upon him to, if he makes a mistake, there's less pressure, I guess, there. And I think we saw in flashes towards the back end of the year where he was playing forward that, he plays with a bit more freedom, I think, mentally. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've always thought that SOS, he's such a good reader of the play. And it's such a great leap as well, as we know, as that pinch hit option in the ruck as well. And I've always thought, why not just try him back in defence? Because in the VFL he's played, again, a variety of roles, which is what I'm sure he's referencing as well, where he spoke about, alignment and clarity of his role. Because in the VFL he's played in the middle, he's played in the wing, he's played up forward, and I think he's even been played in defence as well, sparingly at the lower level as well. So don't mind it. If it doesn't work out, we've got options there. We can always throw Kemp back into defence. And there's other guys as well. We've obviously got Hainsey coming on board, Weeders, who's the absolute rock, as we know, and McGovern as well. So we're quite well stocked, knock on wood, at this stage in terms of tall defensive stocks. We've just got to stay injury-free. That is the key. Poet didn't know it, but yeah, that's virtually where we're at there. So I am personally looking forward to this. Can't wait to see SOS, and I hope he does. He lines up with the long sleeves, provided it's not overly hot in the opening game against Richmond. But imagine that. He waltzes out long sleeve top with a number 1 on the back and just absolutely channels his dad. That would be an incredible sight to see. And second to this is the news that was announced on Friday the 31st, but confirmed as of a day ago on Saturday the 1st of Feb, that Matt Carroll has re-earned, I guess, his spot back on Carlton's list. So good to see that he's been given an extra lifeline. I always thought that very strange for the side to cut him after virtually a year, battled groin issues. And I guess the thinking behind it was probably to do with the fact that the side was so frustrated and fed up with the amount of injuries we had last year, as we all know, as we all were, as a collective, as a supporter base. But maybe they thought, well, okay, we'll see how his body adapts to another preseason. If he can get through the early sessions, we'll give him another spot on the list. And it's good to see that he has been injury-free and by all reports has been tearing up the track enough to earn that extra spot on the list. So really, really good to see. And this article here on the official Carlton website, give it a look if you haven't. It is quite funny. One of his nicknames is Jeff, and that kind of stemmed from one of the early team meetings that he had where he fell asleep after an intense session, and he was nicknamed Jeff, which was Wake Up Jeff, obviously a reference to the Wiggles. So yeah, very, very funny article here, but great insight into what was asked of him, what was required of him. And it really just did come off the back of earning that reprieve as that train-on player. And, no guarantees made of him. But as he says here, like he was typically a lone ranger in the gym at the club with the players in their off-season. So putting in extra work, which was good to see. And, he highlighted it was a crazy 3 or 4 months from going off the list to getting the spot to train on, getting the chance to get my body right and show what I can do. I'm grateful the club has given me the chance. So, yeah, good to see. Young player. Defensively, another, I guess, depth player that could really become anything. We'll just have to wait and see. But hopefully he can have a good run at it. And, the ball's in his court to make the most of his opportunities. And, if they do come up, that he does grasp it with both hands. So that's virtually it in terms of all news up to date. They have been playing some match sims and stuff in recent weeks, and no surprise that Jagger Smith has been tearing up the track and has been, spoken about as the standout there. So I am absolutely licking my lips to see this guy in action across the preseason matches, which is a little bit of a segue here to, first and foremost, the match sim that is coming up against St Kilda, which is on February 22nd. So make sure, if you can, to head along to that. It's going to be good at the spiritual home here at Princess Park, Icon Park, as it is now known. So check that out. I think it says here, click here to register your interest and be the first to receive the confirmed details. It's going to be open to the public, subject to capacity. So I don't know if signing up does, guarantee you a spot. I assume not, but yeah, maybe you just check that out. And this is the article via the official site. Outside of that, I just want to make mention before then, Carlton, we are having our first official open training session next Saturday, the 8th of Feb. Signing session at the end. There's obviously the Carlton shops open, so on and so forth. Geez, I sound like I'm marketing for the club here. They should pay me some dollary dues off the back of this. But key timings: gate 6 opens at 8:30, and then the training will commence from 9 onwards, and then the signing session after as well. They've got Barclay Smokehouse, Toasties and Barbecue, which sounds tasty, a tasty treat. And Carlton's resident DJ. Is that me? They're referencing me? That's my initials. But check it out. If you're not there, you may miss out on a first real glimpse of, as I spoke about, Jagger Smith. I am keen to see this young lad. But I'm going to head along there if I can, and I'm planning to, obviously there it says between 9 and 12 p.m. I'm planning to head down with my video camera and film a little bit of training, and I will pop it up on my channel here for all of you to see. that can't make it down to open training, and I'm looking forward to it. If I can make it, that is. I do think I have a bit of spare time in my calendar, so that is a plan at this stage. I'll head down with my video camera, and Channel, back in 2018, obviously used to work for the club, headed up the video team there in the media department. So I haven't filmed footy training for a fair while now. So looking forward to going down there and filming as many players as I can. But let us know in the comment section down below as to which players you are keen for me to get a bit of isolated vision of. Jagger Smith, no surprises there. I will be getting some of him. Likewise, Walshy, my man, who I absolutely love, just to see how he's tracking in terms of his rehab. But let us know if you have any specific requests. Feel free to pop them down below here in the comment section. But outside of that, that is it, ladies and gents. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Really do appreciate your company, as always. And also let us know your thoughts surrounding Jack's, switch to defense. Are you excited? Are you perplexed? Let us know down below in the comment section. But until next time, we'll catch you in the next one. Go Baggers.